Temporary defeat does not make me sad. I simply set music to the words of defeat and turn it into a song. Your tears are not for me. I like laughter much better. And because I like it, I use it as a substitute for grief and sorrow and pain and disappointment. Life, you are a fickle trickster. Don't deny it. You slipped this emotion of love into my heart so that you might use it as a thorn with which to prick my soul. But I learned to dodge your trap with laughter. You try to lure me with the desire for gold, but I have fooled you by following the trail which leads to knowledge instead. You induce me to build beautiful friendships, then convert my friends into enemies so you may harden my heart. But I sidestep your fickleness by laughing off your attempt and selecting new friends in my own way. You cause men to cheat me at trade, so I will become distrustful. But I win again, because I possess one precious asset which no man can steal. It is the power to think my own thoughts and to be myself. You threaten me with death, but to me death is nothing worse than a long, peaceful sleep, and sleep is the sweetest of human experiences, excepting laughter. You build a fire of hope in my heart, then sprinkle water on the flames. But I go you one better by rekindling the fire, and I laugh at you once more. Life, you are licked as far as I'm concerned, because you have nothing with which to lure me away from laughter, and you are powerless to scare me into submission. To a life of laughter, then, I raise my cup of cheer. You may think it's easy to have that kind of an emotional reaction to an unpleasant experience where you've been damaged and hurt and injured by those who should have been loyal to you. This business of striking back at people who have injured you or tried to injure you is just a lack of self-discipline. You haven't really become acquainted with your own powers or your own ways and means of benefiting by those powers if you stoop to the low level of trying to strike back at some person who has slandered you, vilified you, or cheated you in one way or another, or even tried to do any of those things. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. Because you'll only lower yourself in the estimation of yourself and of your Creator. There's a better way, a better weapon that I'm trying to put into your hands with which you can defend yourself against all who would injure you. And if you'll take my word for it and use the self-discipline based upon this lesson that we have tonight, and never allow anybody to drag you down to their level. You set the level on which you wish to deal with the people, and if they want to come up to your level, all right. If they don't, let them stay down on theirs. There's no sin in that. Set your own high level and stand your ground come what may. I have a better way of defending myself. I have a mind. I know what to do with that mind, and I never am without defense. Now, I've got that out of my system. We'll go down to the lesson. But I did want you to get this idea. And when our editor chose this challenge to life out of some one of my books to publish in the first edition, I said, that's fine, and I want every one of the students to have a copy of the magazine because I want to tell them the story back of that essay. And you may be interested in knowing that that essay was largely responsible for the late Mahatma Gandhi becoming interested in my philosophy and having it published throughout India. That essay has already influenced millions of people and will in time be indirectly or directly of influence beneficially to millions of people who have not yet born. So the power, it's not the brilliance of the essay, it's the thought back of it. Don't you know that you react to these unpleasant things in life in such a way that life can't conquer you? That nobody can conquer you. When you've got laughter in your soul, I want to tell you, you're sitting very close to the plane on which the Creator acts himself. When you've got laughter in your soul, it's a wonderful thing to have. A wonderful thing. Laughter. Laughter in the soul, laughter on the face. And I want to tell you, you'll never be without friends. You'll never be without opportunity. And you'll never be without a means of defending yourself against people who do not know anything about laughter. I pause for silence while you may remember what I have said about laughter. Now, on a suggestion That is suggestion to self through which dominating thoughts and deeds are conveyed to the subconscious mind, is the medium by which self-discipline becomes a habit. Now, the starting point in the development of self-discipline is definiteness of purpose. You'll notice that every one of these lessons, come what may, approach them from whatever angle you choose, you can't get away from that term, definiteness of purpose. It just stands out like a sore thumb, and you can't get away from it. Because it is the starting point of all achievement, of everything that you do, whether it's good or bad. You may be sure that it starts with definiteness of purpose. Now, the reason for repetition of an idea, repetition of it is what, do you think? Why should you why should you write out your definite major purpose, for instance, and memorize it and go over it as a ritual day in and day out? Why should you do that? To get it into the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind gets into the habit of believing that which it hears often. And you can tell it a lie over and over again, and you'll finally get to where you don't know whether it's a lie or not, and the subconscious doesn't either. I know of people who have done just that thing.